finance ourselves. Personal savings may not be enough. And to aid that and to help support that in the business community especially, we need financial aid that will be reliable and help us in the future to grow and be efficient. We need bank loans. And for that, we will go through the legal procedures and the implications regarding getting those bank loans with Sir Asad Abbas, legal expert and from the Advocate High Court. My name is Mahnoor Khan, and this is UMT TV from the Lawyer's Desk. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us.
Welcome.
So, sir, what is the purpose of obtaining these bank loans?
Well, the purpose may be numerous, that someone may want to start a business for which he is not in a possession of a certain amount. So but he does have an idea that how to start a business. For that, he needs to get a loan. Otherwise, you may get a loan from going abroad for study, for funding your already going on business. So the purpose may be numerous.
So it's basically about business, but also can be implicated in many elements. So, sir, the documentations, the whole procedure regarding getting that bank loan, what are the specific documentations needed for such procedure?
Well, first of all, you need to present a business plan to the bankers or banks officials. They will come to your place and they will try to figure out that whether the idea you have in your mind is going to be successful or not, and how much amount you need for this business. So the first step is that. Then they will get certain approval, which are internal approval from the bank. This is the one side. Actually, we can categorize the whole procedure in two classes.
Okay.
First one is relating to the internal banking, and second one is relating to the external banking or the legal side. So as I was mentioning, that the first step is to present your proposal to the banker. They will realize or they will analyze whether your business plan is good or not.
Will be beneficial, successful,
and then
or just fail.
Then they will have certain visit at your business place or your factory or whatever kind of business you are going to start. And then a particular officer will write down his point, and he will send his proposal to the higher authority. Then there is a management who will actually allows to disperse the amount in the account of the to the person or the customer who is trying to get a loan from. And these are the internal procedure. After that, the bankers will let you know that your proposal has been allowed or has been accepted by the authority. Now there are certain legal documentation, like we need to present a certain property or certain collateral to the bank, so that the bank may feel secured, because in most of the loans they need to have the collateral. So for that reasons, there are certain loans which may be taken without giving collateral or security to the bank. Like these are called the personal loan. You just need to show your capability to the banker or to the officials working there, that you are in a position to pay back the loan. If you are in a good position, you need to have a loan for your car. You need to have a loan for your for your house construction, for purchasing a plot. So there may be certain personal loan. The example of personal loan may be like we have credit card from the banks. We can get different credit cards from the bank. Apart from that, there are certain other personal loans. But I was talking about the procedure. The external procedure is, first step is relating to the collateral, securing the loan. In this regard, we can talk about the mortgage deed, because most of the time the bank takes your property as a mortgage, and for that you need to write down term and condition of your loan, and you get it registered in favor of the bank by presenting your original document, your original sale deed or original allotment letter of your property to the concerned sub-registrar of the properties, and they will get your property mortgage in favor of the bank. Meaning thereby that this is the condition that without paying the loan or your outstanding amount to the bank, you won't be able to get your property back. So you won't be able to sell your property further. The bank also got certain lien mark in its favor by getting its lien registered in the certain department like revenue department like depends on where the property is situated. Yeah.
So, do you think these are all the merits you need to get the bank loan?
Yes, yes. You need to have your property in order to, give this to the bank as a collateral. If you don't have a property to submit the same as a collateral, the bank will reject your proposal.
Okay, and all of these steps and procedures are along the way to getting that bank loan. The one you told about internal and external factors.
Yeah, the external one is regarding the collateral. The first one is internal, approvals which are given by the hierarchy of a bank.
Okay, so sir, concerning religion here, in Islam there's a rule that you will not take interest when you give a loan. So how does that actually play a role in giving bank loans?
Well, there are two classes of people. One of them are very careful about taking this principle of Islam in their mind. So that is the reason they prefer not to do business with the banks. They do their business privately, but in this commercial era, we are not in a position to choose any other institutions. We need to have, bank as an institution with whom you can get finance and take finances. So for this reason, there was different concepts which have been, which have been there in the Islam. So now our ulama has endorsed this principle. Like there are mudarba, there is a musharka, there are other kinds of loan which are interest free. In this loan, actually you enter into a partnership with the bank. Instead of taking a loan, you are in a partnership with the bank. So you bank and both bank and customer both are bear to
Buyers, for example, if you
bear
want to
to
buy, if that customer
there
wants
to
buy
bear
more.
loss and the profit equally. So
Okay.
in this regard, the banking, Islamic banking is working in Pakistan. So
Okay.
there are certain principles for peoples who are very conscious about the fact that they should not they should work in an interest-free industry. So there are certain ways for them. They can go for that, like I told about the musharka and mudarba and certain other forms of Islamic banking.
Of course. Sir, when you actually obtain that bank loan, and after some time, for example, a year or 2 years, you have to pay that loan back. What are the remedies involved over there when you actually when you're involved in that legal procedure of actually obtaining a bank loan?
Well, it depends that whether it's a bank or the customer who wants to avail the remedy. But there is a law which is Banking Recovery Ordinance 2001 when we talk about the default of the customer. If a customer defaults, the bank will, first of all serve a legal notice to the customer that look, you are supposed to pay a certain amount within a particular period of time, but you have not. So now you are here being served a legal notice, and in the light of these legal notice, you should pay back your outstanding. If the customer doesn't pay even after the service of the legal notice, then the bank will file a recovery suit into the bank through their counsels. They will go into the court and they will try to prove like, look, this customer has taken this loan and this was the account, and you need to present statement of account of that particular customer. The first remedy is to file a recovery suit, but in certain scenario, the bank sometimes takes checks, premature checks in its favor, and if they have they have been denied or they have been bounced. In this regard, they can go up to the banking court, for filing a private complaint in the same ordinance which we talk about 2001. So as far as the bank is concerned, these two remedies are very clear. But if the customer has been aggrieved over certain act of the bank, he is also supposed to go under the same law. He can also file a recovery suit. Like there are certain procedure, but we need to keep in mind that the customer or the particular person who is about to file a case against the bank, he should fall into the definition of the customer. Customer is one who is in a relationship with the bank. if we go to the bank for submitting a certain utility bills, we are not the customer. We are just availing one facility of the bank. But if we obtain a loan from the bank and a serious relationship starts between the bank and the customer, then that particular person becomes a customer. So we need to keep in mind that if we pay a certain amount to the banker as a utility bills, and that banker doesn't deposit that amount into a particular account, on account of which we are being served a legal notice by the different department which are providing utilities. In this regard, we have to go to the civil court. So there should be a relationship between the banker and the customer, and for that you need to have a loan from the bank. Otherwise, you may be availing certain services of the bank, but you are not be a customer.
Of course. Thank you so much, sir. Please tell us, our audience, again, those steps of obtaining a bank loan.
Well, first of all, you need to have a proposal regarding your business, what kind of business you want to start. And the second step would be the banker will come at your place and they will try to find out that whether your proposal is viable or not. Then there will be some internal steps, internal banking step, internal approval from the higher authority. Once the management or the higher authority of the bank approves your loan, then there would be certain documentation. You need to execute a mortgage deed. You need to present your title document or your document relating to your collateral which you are submitting in favor of the bank. Then there sometime may be a general power of attorney which you execute in favor of the bank. Even though possession of property will remain with you, but the ownership transfer in favor of the bank, and without paying the outstanding amount as you have promised in the payment of schedule, you won't be able to sell your property to anyone.
Thank you so much, sir, and thank you so much for joining us. We will see you next time with another episode from The Lawyer's Desk. My name is Mahnoor Khan, and this is UMT TV.